three orangutans, I'm arranging my sneakers. I'm the action on the court, you the gum stuck to the bleachers. I think I'm Paul Pierce, I think I'm Rondo. High off that headband, you dying on that hydro.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Green Teamers podcast. If you don't remember, get to remembering, because it's your boys.
It's been a while.
It's Ernie and Marvelous Marvin.
You know your boys. You know where we've been at. We've been hiding, grinding, getting our things going, getting ready for 2024. Summer's here, baby. Celtics are here, baby.
Coming at you live. 2024. It's been a while, like Marvin said.
It has.
We've just been
grinding.
Been doing life. Life
has been kicking our ass, and we're kicking their ass at the same time.
That's all you can do, right?
That's all we can do.
That's all you can do.
In the meantime, Celtics have been kicking ass.
That's what I was about to say.
Nonchalantly kicking ass, though.
While we've been doing life, the Celtics have been kicking ass, doing their thing.
Very nonchalantly.
Conveniently enough, tonight is the Eastern Conference Game 1.
Finals. So
me and Marvin decided, I don't know if we'll get this out in time for the game, but we'll leave our predictions and, talk about this is why we're making it, because we want to talk about the Eastern Conference Finals preview, give you guys a little bit of a preview, and go for it. Yeah, just like
off a quick, just numbers wise, I think in a series, I think it'll go 6, mainly due to the fact that the NBA might want to just stretch it out for a little bit, give the Pacers a chance, because theoretically speaking, if you look at it on paper, our team is just
that's what I was about to say. Is so you think in general, like without these extra outside forces, you think the Celtics would normally just go 4-0?
Coast 4-0 right through. Like it would be like you'd have 1 or 2 games where we drop 135, 140 points.
There's no doubt in my mind that we beat Indiana. I'm not gonna say sweep them, but 10 out of 10 times I think we beat them
fairly easily.
But I think you got to give Indiana some type of credit. Like they did.
I give them the in-season tournament. I give them credit for that. It was still brand new. It was something different, but I give them credit for that. They've been.
Well, I mean, just in general too. Like, yes, they beat a hurt Knicks team, but that was no easy feat by any means. Going down 2-0 first 2 games.
Injuries happen in the playoffs too, so I don't take that away from Indiana. If you look at the lineup, it literally just looks like from point guard to center. Like you have matchups. For example, you have Jaylen Brown and Aaron Naismith. Naismith is literally just a Jaylen Brown, a watered down version of Jaylen Brown.
Okay, I've also heard those comparisons even while he was here. So.
And then you have the Siakam-Tatum matchup. It's like Siakam and Tatum. Obviously, Tatum's the better offensive player. They almost cancel each other out type of deal. Mm-hmm. But like you would take a Tatum over a Siakam. But they're virtually the same. They almost play the same.
Yeah, and they're only that much younger by maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
So I actually saw a picture of the 2 starting lineups compared.
Height wise and all that shit, they're the same. Yeah. Virtually the same.
They're virtually the same. Players are virtually the same age. So I was saying like the Celtics are the team right now. They're the now team.
Yeah. If you look at the Pacers, you'd be like, oh, they're an addition or 2 away from.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 3 years from now.
Right.
But I forget what I was going to say about the point beforehand.
Our matchups and how...
it was going to bring me back to your point that you said off screen, which we can get into a little bit, is the Celtics not making the actual championship.
Should have rolled a blizzy before this.
I got you covered. I always come prepared.
Shit.
You
know how we do?
You know how we do. We still get down on the Green Teamers podcast.
That's it.
Still living life, but we get down.
We get down, baby. Hell yeah.
You have a thing?
Cheers.
But just so you can answer my point, obviously to you and I, it's championship or bust.
That's it.
Or we might even settle for a championship, I guess call it a berth, like just getting to the championship round. Yeah. And then, but I don't see any team being able to beat us.
In the East? Or at least
both.
Currently in the...
Just in general, like out of the last remaining 4. So to me, it's kind of championship or bust. But do you think it would depend on who the Celtics lose? Like, can you give the Celtics a little bit of leeway depending on which team beats them?
Co-star Bubby.
Call it Dallas and
Newest
Minnesota. Do you give them? Should we beat either of them comfortably, or are you giving us a little bit of leeway depending on who we lose to?
I give Dallas more of the edge in terms of matchup against us because they're a little more seasoned. I think if the Timberwolves got to the finals, youth.
I got it.
Hey. I think if the Timberwolves got to the finals, youth would come into play, and that would be our best chance at actually. Because matchup-wise, the Timberwolves could play us very well. They got the bigs. They have all the young players that can hang on. They can run for fucking days, play defense. Anthony Edwards is a fucking dog too. Shout out to that man. But
so you think the Timberwolves are kind of like the Celtics when they made the championship the first time around against the Warriors? Like they don't have this experience to know what winning and just competing for what it takes.
They ain't ready for it. If they got to the finals, they wouldn't be ready for it.
Gotcha.
Dallas, on the other hand, Kyrie sitting there on the other side, opposite end. We waxed their ass a couple years ago, sent them home. He's sitting there tight as hell. He hates Boston. Good dude. And Luka, on the other hand, he plays us well.
Yeah. I saw this interesting picture that said between Tatum, Luka, Anthony Edwards, and Halliburton, for which one of the four gets the biggest boost to their legacy if they win the championship. And I'll let you answer that, but someone also had commented that they actually think it would do more for Kyrie Irving
than Luka?
No, in general, it would do more for Kyrie's legacy compared to the other four. It would do more for him.
It would do more for Kyrie's legacy because for all the naysayers, all the motherfuckers who pretty much who wanted to dismiss him from the game, even going back a couple of years, the whole COVID bullshit, you're not getting vaxxed, you're not for the team, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it would mean a lot more to Kyrie if he were to win this championship be like a redemption.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying there, but my other thought is he technically the number one option on the Mavericks? Because when he was in Cleveland, when he won with LeBron, he left because he wasn't the number one guy. He wasn't the head honcho there.
So now
you're theoretically they win the championship. Is he?
You ain't the number one.
You said, he's not number one. So how much is that really doing for his legacy? Because when Dallas wins the championship, you're gonna think, or people are gonna talk, Luka won that. Kyrie was there. Kyrie's option number 2, but as I said, he's option number 2 there.
I think it does enough to where, for him personally, he can say he did it without LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Just in general, you think that was the whole spiel? Was that it was LeBron that was his number one option there?
At the time, I think it was because Kyrie was eager to be a number one. At this point in his life, I don't think he's looking for that number one option, to be that number one option.
Gotcha. He's
just looking to play off of somebody. And you see it too in their game when they play. He lets Luka just play. Hey, Luka, do your thing. Your turn, my turn type of shit. I hate the your turn, my turn game, but when it's the Mavericks and those are the two best players you got, then your turn, my turn works.
So I hear a lot of that with the Celtics. Like Jalen takes his turn.
It doesn't work for us though, because we have talented players, so where we don't need to do the your turn, my turn. Move the fucking ball around.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Move the ball around.
That's kind of the ultimate point I was going to get to, is that I like our team with ball movement. There's still so many times, even this this year in the playoffs, where we're so stagnant and we'll play 6-7 possessions
frozen,
just ISO, just chuck up a 3 offense. And
now Derek White's getting into that habit too. He's dribble and side step back 3. It's like, yo, whoa. I get that you can score now, but relax.
And so real quick, give me your take on Derek White, because not too long ago
my brother saw him the other day at Sagna.
Sogno.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's an Italian restaurant in was it Wilmington? It's like the Wilmington-Woburn border.
He saw Derek White there?
Yeah.
Does Derek White live out there?
I think he might live out in Weston or some shit, but
Gotcha.
he was out there with his fam.
Did he say what's up, or
shout out to
he
Derek
just
White.
saw him?
Nah, he didn't want to impose. He's eating with his family, all nice and sweet.
Honestly,
and shit.
when I always think, what would I do in that situation? I'm like, I might still go up to you, but I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna let you finish. That'd be cool. But if you have a chance when you're done eating, I'd love to take a picture. That's what I would go with, and just like, if he doesn't want to take a picture with afterwards, hey, that's fine. But at least he can't say like, I barged in, or I didn't care about him being a real person, being there for dinner with his family.
Yeah, I'd wait until you're done eating. See you like, hey, waiter drops off the check. Hey, yo, my dude, get a picture real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You say no. Then I'll hate you.
My boy saw Charles Barkley one time, and he asked for a picture, and he said no, just straight up.
Fuck
nah,
no.
I don't
No.
take pictures.
No, I'll take pictures. What do you say after that?
Yeah,
Man
you
said
gonna
no.
get a paparazzi shot of him?
Shit. No means no.
But yeah, I was gonna say about. Sorry, might have to ash that. What I was gonna say about Derek White is, not too long ago we signed Drew Holiday to that contract extension, and that kind of left people wondering, well, does that mean the departure of Derek White because we paid Drew Holiday X amount?
So, if anything, I think that we'd keep Drew Holiday for the 2 years and then trade him if we don't win a championship. But if it's a 4-year extension, he'll ride out the 4 years and then hopefully retire by then. But don't extend another contract after. But I would love to keep Al Horford as that mentor for the C's, kind of like Udonis Haslem for the Miami Heat. That would be pretty fucking solid.
I would take him on. I don't know if this is. I think.
Like a big brother role.
Is he? I don't know if he already finished his last season where he was getting paid like 30+ mil.
That Thunder, whatever, Sixers contract.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
this might be the last year of it. I think he has 2 years remaining on his deal, or a year or two.
For which he extended.
The extension, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, whatever that extension is,
We're not paying out big bucks anymore.
I would pay Al Horford a little less after that contract is up. But thinking about it now, if we win the championship this year, I could honestly see Al just retiring.
I can see that too.
Like
I could see him wanting to do it one more year, maybe.
He would do the one more year just based off the fact that we could repeat.
Yeah, that 100%.
But he could also go out with the glory, going out on top. You know,
That would be fire.
because like you said, we're not paying him the big bucks anymore after this season. So after this season, he'll be making a lot less, but he can just go into retirement. He finished up that last big contract, and he went out a
star. Let's not forget, when we made it to the finals 2 years ago, there's that game 6 against Milwaukee, and that game 3 against the Warriors. Motherfucker, old man Al came to play.
Yeah,
He came to play.
you can always there are instances.
All you need is one game from this motherfucker. You just need one game.
But there are times during these playoffs that you can see Al's getting a little slower. He's losing the step.
Yep.
So you kind of have to.
You can see it.
We can count on him, but we can't ride. Can't put ourselves on his shoulders too many times. More than one game a series, if that.
I don't want to see a final possession come down to Al Horford guarding Steph Curry again. That can't happen anymore.
Yeah. Before we get too long-winded and don't give our Eastern Conference Finals predictions, give me a little key summary here of what you think will help us, what'll hurt us, what'll help give us an advantage on winning. Are we going to win? And then what?
Hero ball is going to hurt
series?
us. Hero ball will hurt us if we don't move the ball around, if we don't get the extra pass, if we don't get the open extra possessions, offensive rebounds, all that kind of stuff. That will kill us. If
Turner kind of beats us up a couple occasionally.
He does.
Granted, I think we were 3-1 against them during the regular season.
We were.
So we could compete with them. We're clearly better than them.
We dropped 155 on them, I think, in a game too.
We're better than them. We can beat them. But I agree, the hero ball still a little concerning. I will say, the good noticeable difference is that you can tell that there's a difference. Like, we might be up by 20 and the opponents will come back.
Yeah.
Last year, I'd be worried that we give up the lead. There are times where we did give up the lead, whereas this year, we might, let the other opposing team go on a run, but we don't give up that lead. At no point in time do they get closer than like 5 or 6.
Weather the storm.
We weather the storm this time around, and I think that's the difference this year.
That also brings up another question: are we front runners?
Absolutely.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
So we're in trouble then, because if we fall behind in a game or in a series, how much faith and confidence do you have in the Celtics? I'm not talking about more so this series, but let's say we get to the finals.
You're saying like going 3-1 down in the finals?
It could be 2-1.
2-1. I don't have an issue with, because that means they just stole a game at home, and we've seen, or time after time, there's evidence that the Celtics just aren't as, which is weird because during the regular season we lost like 4 times, but in the playoffs they don't take advantage of home court advantage. So I think at a 2-1 series, that means we had to have lost either the first or second game and then just lost a game at home. Or there are different combinations. But my point is, I wouldn't be too worried.
So you think Celtics in 6? What do you call? I'm calling Celtics in 6 for this.
I called
Celtics.
Celtics. I called Celtics in 6 because you have to account for that one game a series where the other team is just going to go nuclear and shooting 45% from threes off of 50 attempts or something.
I can see that. It's gonna be a high-scoring series. It's gonna be a lot of offense, and the Pacers like to run up and down the floor a lot. So I think that's gonna be the kind of series. It favors us. So that's something we like to do. We like to just run up and down and score.
So you're calling 4-2. I'm calling 4-2. To end it off, give me your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Who's gonna be the difference maker for us this series? Last time,
Jaylen Brown, baby.
Jaylen Brown. Last time it was
Derek White. Last series.
No, not last series. Last Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, Tatum.
Well, it was Tatum.
It was Tatum. They're gonna give it to Brown.
Gonna give it to Brown this time around?
Yeah, unless Tatum has a nuclear 50-point, 40-point bomb.
I'm gonna challenge Tatum to give us a little bit more oomph this series. He's been playing well.
They'll give Brown this MVP. Get to the finals and win. Tatum will get that finals MVP.
Yeah, I could see that being just played out as being scripted.
Yeah.
Not necessarily scripted, but that would be the way everybody sees that happening.
And plus, he's only 19 too, so that's fucking crazy.
Alrighty, guys. Before you get too tired of us, this has been the Green Teamers podcast.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to more content. We'll be back.
We'll be back. We ain't going nowhere.
Peace, guys.
Oh, baby.